So with that, I want to bring up Manish Gupta, who is the VP of IT for Schneider Electric, and Schneider has been one of our design partners with Product IQ. So I'm really excited to have Manish and his team here. We're going to be talking about this in some of the breakout sessions today, and they've been very instrumental in helping us bring this product to market. So Manish.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy, and hi all. So I represent a company called Schneider Electric. It's essentially a European company, but we have a very large global footprint. And I'll just tell you as to what we do, because I'm not too sure many of you would have heard about it, and though you would have heard about our brands, but I'll just very, very quickly take you through about what do we do. So this kind of shows where the world is heading from energy consumption standpoint. And today, we see a lot of cities are popping up. And most of them are in emerging countries, which means there's more energy consumption, which is happening around the world. And what drives this is urbanization, digitization, economic and government rebalancing, industrialization. So all these factors, what they're doing is they're increasing the energy consumption. And the success is leading to growth, but the fact is we need to decouple it somewhere with the energy consumption. And that's where we come in as Schneider Electric. And what do we do is we have a range of devices, we have a range of automation software, including big data, where we tend to analyze what's happening around the world and try to reduce the energy consumption. So essentially, we are an energy management company, and overall, we are a 25 billion euro company last year, 180,000 employees, very, very global footprint. So it's spread across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, and virtually, our revenue is very, very, very evenly distributed. So that's kind of what Schneider Electric does, and I'll be happy to interact with you over the day to explain as to what exactly, how we can help solve some of your issues. So field services Schneider Electric is something which was not so important, previously, but it's becoming more and more important. As Nick said, there's a revenue opportunity, there's a growth opportunity, and also at the same time, our portfolio is changing. We are more becoming from a product company to what we call the solution company. So we have started giving more solutions to our customers, which means service becomes a very, very, very important aspect of our business. And our value proposition from services is like many other companies, is we try to reduce the unscheduled downtime of assets, which is very important, and increase sustainability because we are an energy management company, so sustainability is a big, big, big key, and try to manage the OpEx and the CapEx. And that's a value proposition in the services area. And this is our value chain, which is starting from the planning, installation, operation, optimization, and renewal. And today, the program I'm going to speak about, the digitization of services, is covering all these aspects, starting from planning to renewal. Yeah. Our vision is, of course, to be a trusted advisor for entire life cycle of services, and to grow our business very aggressively from 2015 to 17. I don't have any numbers here, but it's fairly double-digit aggressive numbers. So what was the issue with Schneider before transformation, And it's a twofold transformation. We are transforming all our field services business, and at the same time, we are coupling it a very heavy transformation on the IT side because we cannot drive one without the other. So the problem was, one, as a business, field services was not such a big focus area for us for various reasons, Maybe we were making too much money or we were not looking at this opportunity very seriously. So it was not a big focus area. Second issue, and I think a lot of, and Dave even touched in terms of the roadmap of ServiceMax, we have very fragmented processes and systems all over the world because we have grown through acquisitions, which means that every time we acquire a company, we start getting with new processes, new set of people who join in. So it's very fragmented, you know. And at the same time, we didn't have a very global ambition as a business. And what we are doing is right now that we are combining all of these together and setting up what we call a global business for field services and trying to optimize process at the same time, putting a focus coupled with transformation, which is on both IT side and the business side. Yeah. So this may look a bit complex, but just to tell you, we are focusing on 3 big areas. One is a service execution, you know, the full excellence in terms of end-to-end services, where ServiceMax is at the core. Yeah. At the same time, looking very heavily in terms of mobility of field service engineers, and coupling it with analytics, which is we have a platform to analyze all the data. So if we combine all of this together, you know, and with some support functions in terms of service software, in terms of supply chain, the parts management, the financial piece, and the execution excellence, I think we start getting a very, very, very powerful story. And these streams have to work together. If we need to give a real sustainable solution, you know, which is going to be remaining with us and gives us a competitive advantage, you know, over years to come. And BFS is kind of a name of a program. It's called the Bridge Field Services. And the Bridge is actually one of the big programs we launched in Europe, one of the biggest in terms of our system implementation a few years back, and extending it in terms of field services now. So we borrowed that name, it's called Bridge Field Services. And if you look at this whole chain, it may look complex. By the bottom, you see the different transactional systems, the business systems, which are called the ERPs. And I heard from Nick, SAP, we have SAPs, Oracles, you know, all kinds of ERPs you can find in the world, you know. And we are going to focus mainly on 10 of our big systems. And we have Salesforce, so we are the one of the biggest customers of Salesforce in Europe, and ServiceMax together. At the same time, we are putting a big analytics hub on top. So if you really look at this slide, what I want to tell you is that ServiceMax is the core of our solution, and it's kind of a glue, you know, to get our entire value chain be working very well. So it's kind of a schema which gives you an idea about what we are trying to do and how we are going to achieve our ambition. Okay, so Randy spoke about Product IQ, and we are one of the first customers, so we are working very, very closely with the engineering team of ServiceMax, and I'm very happy to say about the partnership and collaboration which is happening with the teams, with the different teams. And Product IQ will be so important for a couple of reasons. One is that since we were not a focus area for field services, we didn't have a knowledge of install base. So we are kind of launching a mission to understand what's our install base, where is it, what's it doing, etc. And the older install base is not connected. You know, our new products are all connected products, so it's much easier. But the old install base is something we need to start capturing, and this really starts helping us to capture this information very, very well, okay? In terms of quality, completeness of data, and the accuracy, and of course it's mobile, which helps a lot because engineers can go in the field and start capturing this data very well. So what it's going to do for us is, of course, gives us a visibility in terms of install base. So we get to know what the install base is, and we can start launching various activities, and of course it's a big user experience. But the big factor for us is, this install base, as you all know, when a field service engineer is at the field, he's kind of a trusted advisor, which is our goal. And he can also generate a lot of sales opportunities, And this cross-selling is going to be extremely important for us. So with the product IQ, once we know install base, we also start generating the sales leads. So it's not only for service, but also helps to generate more of a revenue from the same customers, leveraging and exploiting install base. So it cuts beyond what I call the service life cycle and starts getting into the sales life cycle. And I think that's very, very, very exciting for us from this. So as I said, lead generation, not only for services, but also for sales. And it's kind of an engine for lead identification. And since we're on the same platform in terms of ServiceMax and Salesforce, we can leverage, we can cross-sell, and this leverage gives us a big advantage to start, utilizing the technology for ambition. And at the same time, it increases the efficiency, productivity, and talent. As I heard, the new generation employees will ask for the best, and they start comparing the enterprise systems with the systems they are used to at home. And the new generations, they will not settle for anything less. So that's very important. You give the best of tools to our engineers, and they feel excited. They reduce the administrative time, and they focus on more of the productive time. So it gives us, all of this. So that's from Schneider and team, and I have my colleague Jean-Pierre who will be presenting this in the breakout session, and we're all there. Anytime, any question, we'll be very happy to talk to you during this session. Thanks so much.